At this point, most of us know that TikTok has completely revolutionized social media. With its short-form content and proprietary algorithm, it creates millions of niche content genres and forums. If you have any interests or hobbies, chances are there's a community for you on TikTok. It's also plain to see how TikTok's influence has transformed other types of social media. After TikTok's popularity boomed, Instagram created Reels, YouTube created YouTube Shorts. Instagram even changed its iconic 1:1 aspect ratio to a 3:4 vertical aspect ratio, arguably to position itself as a TikTok competitor. However, there is another medium that TikTok has begun to change: literature. I know, it's funny to think that a tradition in a medium as old as literature can be changed by TikTok, but the evidence is in front of us. A massive TikTok community known as BookTok first emerged in 2020 amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Since then, the community has flourished, with billions of likes, billion with a B, and posts under the BookTok hashtag. I believe BookTok is fundamentally changing literature right before our eyes. Now, BookTok is not a hegemon. It's not all one thing. BookTok is comprised of thousands of creators who post all sorts of videos, such as reviewing books, recapping their book haul from the store, tours of their personal libraries, recommending books, and much more than that. BookTok also gravitates to a few specific genres and stories. Fantasy, romance, and historical fiction are some of the community's favorite genres, with books like The Song of Achilles, It Ends With Us, and They Both Die at the End, that's a funny title, serving as notable examples. Furthermore, there is fantastic representation of diverse stories, including stories written by and about people of color and members of the LGBTQ+ community. So, how is BookTok changing literature? In short, reading is more popular than ever with young people. According to studies, BookTok has been linked with increased desire to read and a deepened reading identity, especially in adolescence. One study cites that 48% of TikTok users reported that in 2023 they read more books than they usually would because of TikTok's influence. This massive popularity has democratized literature in ways we've never seen before. Whereas before, literature review was reserved for English doctorates and news columnists, now your average teenager with a smartphone can make a video and garner tens of thousands of followers. Also, BookTok has been beneficial for authors too. Whereas technology permits most people to write and publish their own novels these days, most authors still lack the capital they need to market their book to the level that can make it a commercial success. Now though, one need only go viral on BookTok to see a dramatic spike in their book sales. Some authors have even cited as many as 4,000 sales in one day from one unsponsored BookTok video. This democratization of literature will incentivize authors to write stories for BookTok, which will change the types of stories being published and change the culture of literature. BookTok is beginning to get mainstream attention too. Barnes & Noble, the country's premier brick-and-mortar book retailer, have leaned into the BookTok phenomenon. Most Barnes & Noble locations now have a special table labeled BookTok, featuring some of the community's most discussed, loved, and even controversial titles. Overall, the data suggests that a new wave of literature is cresting the horizon, with BookTok as the instigator. This case study exemplifies the power of social media and how it's ever evolving. And not only is TikTok evolving, but it wields enough influence to fundamentally change the landscape of one of humanity's oldest mediums. With this in mind, I cannot wait to see where BookTok goes next.